agenda for today, we're working on our debate units, in case you all forgot, over midwinter break. And today we're going to review the elements of credibility. So how do you make sure that your sources are credible? The elements of argumentation, and then we're going to do a little activity. I'm going to give you a really interesting article that I found. So, thinking way back to last week, can anybody name one of the criterion for making sure that your sources that you found for your debate unit are credible? Does anybody have any ideas what you might be looking for as you're finding sources?
Yeah. Make sure that when you're looking at articles that it's a reputable, like the New York Times would be reputable, but not the Inquirer, for example.
Okay. And that maybe there's an author who has credentials or expertise in the topic. Anyone else?
You'd want to review the information for,
Cross-reference.
Yep, factual information, is it edited well, does it have errors in it, that kind of thing.
Good. You may want to check the date, make sure that the information is relevant. As technology is changing so quickly, your information may quickly grow out of date depending on your topic choice. Okay, that was really good. Well, while we were talking about credible sources, last week I overheard a few people talking about Wikipedia. So to tie in this discussion about credibility, I found a really interesting article that kind of traces the opinions that educators have had towards Wikipedia and how those have kind of shifted in the last few years. So I'm going to hand this out to you, and I want you to annotate and highlight the elements of argumentation. We also talked about those last week, but just as a quick refresher, I'm going to keep this posted in case you need to look for clarification. Warrants are one of the more tricky of the three. Last week there seemed to be a bit of confusion. So especially pay attention to the warrants. These are justifications, reasonings, explanations for how the evidence that you are using supports your claim. What's the relationship between the two of them? And if you want to think about it this way, when you're writing a literary essay, you have your thesis, you support it with maybe some passages from your text, from your novel maybe. Warrants are the commentary that you have to have included. It ties all the components together. So, I'm going to break you into groups of two. Maybe just get with the partner next to you. Go through, highlight the elements of argumentation, and then we're going to come back and discuss these in just a minute. And this is the reason that we're referring to this mentor text and looking to identify these elements is because soon you will be writing your own claims, your own evidence, and warrants as part of your arguments for your debates. And so I want you to be able to see the relationships between those three elements before I set you loose to write those on your own. So go ahead and begin. And you may find subclaims in the different paragraphs throughout the article, but I want you to try to identify maybe the one major claim and focus on that one. Has everyone gotten through the first page? Just about, yeah? Okay, well, let's pause really quick and check in. Shoot, I should have had the document camera set up, but that's okay. Can anybody tell me a claim that they may have identified in that first page? Yeah?
Trustworthiness, but it's trustworthy or not.
Okay, excellent. Does anybody find anything different?
At this time, any regular Joe can put something up. Educators are worried that any regular Joe can put something up without backing it with scholarly research.
Good. Do you think that would be evidence towards the claim about trustworthiness? Do you think that would count?
Well, yeah, I would say trustworthiness would, yeah, they're very much connected because they're bigger when you put it up. It's not trustworthy. I would say trustworthiness would support that statement.
Okay. Yes.
I chose for the thesis, but now 5 years after Colbert's segment, there are signs that attitudes about Wikipedia may be slightly shifting.
Yes, that is the major claim that I found while I was reading the article. Has anybody come across any evidence that might support that claim? Not for yet? Okay. Well,
It's not like scholarly evidence, but a reporter said mocking Wikipedia is so 2007.
okay, yes, that is evidence, but I appreciate that you pointed out that the source may or may not be reliable. That's good that you're noticing that. Yeah.
Some educators are discovering that Wikipedia cites reputable sources, so it's a good overarching resource to go to first.
Yes, and that is one of the main takeaways that I want you guys to consider when you're thinking about possibly using Wikipedia as a source, is that I'm not going to tell you you cannot go there. When I was a senior in high school, if anybody used Wikipedia to support their student research paper, they got an F. And that's not what I'm about, but it is important that you can cross-reference the information. So using Wikipedia as maybe a starting point, a springboard to wrap your mind around the information, and then going from there is really important to do. All right, any other evidence? All right, why don't you guys continue reading? Oh,
She gives examples, which are, the word that begins with A that I can't pronounce, anecdotal evidence.
Okay. Do you think that would tie into more to warrants? Is it commentary on the evidence?
Yeah, I guess it would be maybe? Well, I'm not sure yet. I probably have to reread it.
Okay. All right, why don't you guys keep reading for a little bit, and then once you're done, we will discuss the article further. Okay, let's go ahead and pause for a minute. I think we're running out of time. So can anybody tell me what they think the learning objective for today might be? Might have been? No one?
Does it have something to do with being able to find claims and evidence